We are saddened to announce the death of Marie Helena Norlay, better known as Macomb of Cicero, who died at her home on Monday, February 24th, 2020. Macomb was 87 years old. She was born to Ethel and Stanfield Joseph in Cicero on April 23, 1932. Marie Helena Norlay Macomb is survived and mourned by her husband, Stephen O'Neill Norlay, better known as Rejoice. Left to mourn her 12 children: Diana LaForce, residing in the USA, and family; Rufina Cook of Cicero and her family; Hildreth Charles of Cicero and his family; Julian Charles of Cicero and his family; Jessie Norlay and family residing in the United Kingdom; Enda Norlay and her family of Cicero; Margaret Ann Norlay Caesar, residing in the USA and her family; Christine Norlay Nichols and her family residing in Belize; Christina Norlay of Cicero; and Albert Norlay and family residing in the British Virgin Islands. Her stepson, Dr. Robert K. Lewis and family of Cicero; her stepdaughter, Rosemita Lewis Octave and family of Cicero. Macomb is survived by 24 grandchildren: Andre Charles and his family of Cicero; Miguel Charles and his children of Cicero; Laura Jordan and family of Kaimaji; Abigail Norlay James and her family of Cicero; Jenny LaForce, residing in the USA; Jamie LaForce of Cicero; Jeff Charles, residing in Martinique; Hank Charles of Cicero; Kishma Charles of Cicero; Jessica Norlay and Darlene Norlay, residing in the UK; Ron Norlay and his family of Cicero; Elias Joseph and family of Cicero; Evander Norlay Martelli and family of Cicero; Acadia Caesar, residing in the USA; Teresa Norlay of Cicero; Trey Nichols, residing in Belize; Alton Norlay and Aline Norlay, residing in the British Virgin Islands; Sijal Lewis and Ayani Lewis of Cicero; Ed Lewis and Mondi Lewis of Cicero. 13 great-grandchildren, including Donnell, Kyle, Kyla, Adonai, James, Kadim Martelli, Deja Jabatis, Ethan Jordan; one brother, Frederick Charles of Larissus Dennery and his family; one sister, Damiana Yvette Jones and her family of Cicero; first cousin, Leo Francis and his family of Peybush Babonneau; her sons-in-law, Donald Cook of Cicero; Ronald Caesar, residing in the USA; Keith Nichols, residing in Belize; Winston Octave of Cicero; her daughters-in-law, Lucilia Charles of Cicero; Edmay Charles of Cicero; Rebecca Norlay, residing in the UK; Brenda Lewis of Cicero; and Samantha Norlay, residing in the British Virgin Islands. Several nephews and nieces and their families, including Connolly Frank Charles, Ignatius Pratt Charles, Charmaine Charles, Cheryl Charles, Andrina Charles, Evantius Charles, Trevor Charles, Merle Charles, and Colleen Charles Richard of Cicero; Sheila Valser of Cicero; her best friends, Mrs. Allison Jordan, Helena Stephen of Cicero, Francisca Chandler of Cicero, Teresa Luisi, Modestine Epiphan, Rosanna Avril, and many other members of the Revival Assemblies Church of Cicero; Elaine Donovan of Cicero, Her closest neighbors: Mrs. Virginia Alla Brown and family of Cicero, Janice Michael of Cicero, and Mrs. Crescentia Augustine and husband of Cicero, the Norlay family of Cicero, the Joseph family of Cicero, the Eugene family of Efor, her caretaker, Miss Matilda, and several other families and friends. The funeral service for Marie Helena Norlay, better known as Macomb of Cicero, will be held at the Cicero Deliverance Baptist Church on Saturday, March 7, 2020, at 2 p.m. The body will be interred at the Shock Cemetery. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Home Limited, Vidbote.